because we need these Shimas to actually go down. She's turning into me. That's the roof. Oh no, don't tell me we kill him with this one. If we do, that will be extremely tragic. Oh my god. There's no way, right?
The enemy team has taken the lead. Enemy destroyer blown.
Okay. Okay. That was very, very interesting to see. Oh.
Action stations.
Hello everybody, this is Raimu, and this one is going to be featuring Midway. It's a little game I did earlier today. I actually recorded it live, but the audio actually got messed up, so I have to redo it, but from a replay. So if you see the reticle is acting up or just not accurate at all, just keep in mind that is because of the replay issue regarding carriers. But other than that, take a look at matchmaking. It is a very difficult game. Kaba, Stalin, we got Worcester, Des Moines, and we have the anti-air ships on as the battleships are quite high. You want to stay away from those cruisers, especially early game. And the main target here is going to be trying to spot those destroyers for our team, while being able to strike the battleships who are going to be isolated in the process. So the normal routine, spotting everyone, trying to give our team the information that they need so they can adjust accordingly, and go to their points that they find to be the best for them. We find the Kaba and we immediately zoom out of there because we don't want to lose too many planes to it. I do drop a fighter over it, so our team has consistent spotting on the Kaba, as well as if the battleship gets a penetration on the Kaba, it deals a lot more damage than a regular damage on any other DD, because the Kaba has a very different effect where it takes full damage. So we go ahead and get a drop on the Conqueror, 7 pins and a fire, so that's very good. I try to get another sneaky strike off on the Yoshino, but still I'm never really getting used to the American rockets because of their long recharge timer for the next strike. Load up our dive bombers here. We do have the legendary module equipped, so these dive bombers will hurt. Do you notice the enemy Richthofen trying to get a strike off with his rockets? For some reason, it can CV snipe very well, but this early on in the game I do not think is very worth it, especially because I was hugging the Thunder, and the Thunder, I'm pretty sure, does have she did use her defensive fire. Alright, so first enemy DD goes down. I don't know what she was doing, rushing the Kleber, the Petro, Smolensk, Worcester, and this one we're just going to be trying to get rid of the second destroyer. So I am going to consistently spot the DD here. All right, we get one hit, 2,000 damage. It's insane. We do notice the Worcester and the Des Moines hugging the same island, so I won't be able to stay in this area for too long. Just trying to spot whatever I can while getting the drop off. We get another strike off, and because the Kaba fired while it was in line of sight of the Kleber, it is going to stay spotted for much longer, and I do believe she goes down here because of just the amount of shells being fired. Yeah, okay, so Kaba does go down. This is me just trying to look around, like, where are the torpedoes coming from? And I just noticed it on the left there. So now we're going to try to focus on the Stalingrad. I do notice how both Stalins are in a division, and this one was spotted just recently. And this one down here spotted quite early on. So I assume both of them were together, so I immediately started accelerating it away. I'm not running Concealment Expert on this build. And notice how I do have the 15.4 concealment, so very large concealment, so you have to play quite safe on that. Notice here I do get tagged. I do get tagged intentionally because the MVR fighters, even though they are very stealthy, the fighters itself flies very slowly. So what you can do is get tagged intentionally, and then you can drop your own fighter, or you can accelerate out to an ally ship and let their AA kill the fighters off for you. In this case, that's what I did. So the fighters just went away, it despawned, and now we can just go ahead with our normal routine, which is just striking these cruisers down, trying to kill them as soon as possible before they deal too much damage to my carrier, because I do believe this one right here is focusing me down, dealing the most damage to me consistently. As usual, Stalin AA, quite strong, can't get 2 strikes off. We load up our dive bombers. We load up the dive bombers because they are our main source of damage for this build, and also both Stalins are quite in a crossfire themselves, so they won't be able to angle at all. So that's Stalingrad. Poseidon's, I was debating whether or not to go after this drop or not. I was hoping that she would die sooner. But I do believe we get 1 strike off and then move on immediately to the second one here. I think we kind of KS this. Kuznetsov procs, so that does give us more time. We get the drop off, and she goes down with this. At this point, it's pretty much just a steamroll. Because both of the destroyers went down quite early on, yeah, our team can just steamroll right through, and these, they have no, enemy team has no type of zoning from the torps at all anymore, or the spotting. So this is going to be pretty much a stomper. The game is pretty much over at this point. All we're trying to do is just get rid of this Stalingrad now. Now we load up the torpedo bombers, I'm quite sure. Don't want to be spamming the same type of squadrons over and over because they're not back at the carrier yet. And also that means I won't be able to get as many strikes, chain strikes off of it as I would like to. Stalingrad has to angle only one way, which is against either our Goliath or our Thunder Petropavlovs together. So she's pretty much stuck here at this angle. This gives me a perfect drop with torpedo bombers. And I do eat that flak there. Stalin A8's flak spawn is very, very tricky. In my opinion, I think it's one of the more difficult ones. Notice how accurate those RNG spawns are. So I do get this drop off. I land all 6, I'm pretty sure. Get the chain drop off as well, and this should be a dead Stalingrad. You know, see, this is the main reason why I do love using the upgraded torpedo bombers on the Midway. I do know some use the stock bombers or stock torpedo bombers just because of how quickly they aim, how maneuverable they are during the actual drop. Now, as you see here, I did recall my planes just so I can proc the priority sector to kill as many planes off as possible. I don't want her to be killing me off. But yeah, I just like using the upgraded torpedo bombers because much higher alpha with the 2 torps, and so that means more chance of getting a flood. And those 2 are pretty much the main things for Midway. Sure, getting 4 torpedoes off consistently with the stock bombers is nice, but for me, more torps just means more chances to hit the target, damaging their engine, getting a perma flood, for example. And the way to really, you know, go and attack the issue with the upgraded bombers, very long aim time, is to just start the run earlier. A lot of people don't know this, but with the torpedo bombers, or with any weapon that the carrier may have, when your reticle turns green and you are able to drop your payload, you gain a damage reduction buff of 30%. A lot of people don't know this, and so this is the reason why I personally like to take a torpedo bomber attack run timer upgrade for, I believe it's slot 3. Just because of that extra 5 seconds means I can start the attack run much earlier and gain that damage boost or the damage reduction buff for majority of the attack run. And that also benefits Midway and Saipan because of how long the aim timers are. Of course, I do believe Saipan's aim timer is a bit faster than Midway's stock bombers, but it definitely helps out Midway the most. If you just aim further, start the attack run further back, away from anti-air fire, your aiming will go extremely, it'll be aimed down extremely quickly, and then from there, once it's fully aimed down, any minor adjustments you make, it'll act like a normal torpedo bomber aim reticle, where it just quickly readjusts and re-aims down. So that's why I like to take torpedo bomber, the attack run timer on slot 3 for a lot of my carriers. We are running the torpedo acceleration skill upgrade as well, so this helps me to actually chase down this Conqueror with the torpedoes. He was turning out, so dropping it a little close to him means that my torpedoes will chase him. There you go. Yeah, so this game is pretty much over. It's basically, just smooth cruising. We do a lot of damage. I do believe we get, I think 155k. I'm not gonna be able to show the final end card because of just how replays work, but we do end up top of the scoreboard, and this game was a steamroll because the 2 destroyers early on just threw it pretty much. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I am starting to lose my voice a little bit, which is why I decided to actually do a commentary instead of working on the next episode of CV Academy. I will continue to work on it, that's for sure. It's just right now, I think the best way to go about this is to just rest a little bit, rest out my voice. I am getting a dry throat. I am coughing a little bit, so hopefully nothing bad, nothing serious happens, but I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.